Good day, everyone. Welcome to our subject, HELE. Are you ready to our lesson for today? If you are ready, you need to listen carefully. Our lesson is all about the internet ethics. Take a look at this lunchbox. It's a recess time and you are very hungry since you didn't get to eat before going to school. However, you forgot to bring food and you didn't have money as well. So you saw your classmate leave his lunchbox open and there were two sandwiches inside. So what do you do in this lunchbox? Do you wait for him to return and ask him for a sandwich? Or do you take one and tell him later? What if he doesn't share his extra sandwich with you? Is he a bad person for doing so? If he is really hungry and wants to eat his sandwiches? Every action that a person does is connected to a decision. What clothes to wear, what food to eat, what movie to watch, and so on. And most of these actions only affect the person doing that action. But sometimes their action affect the people around them for good or bad. So what makes a choice good or bad? What makes a person pick one choice over another? Most importantly, what decision would be the best one to make if we had to choose from many possible decisions? So there are some of the questions that the ethic tries to give an answers to. Let's have the ethics. So what do we mean by ethics? Ethics is a branch of the art of philosophy that is connected and concerned with how people make decisions, decide what is good for them, what is right, and how they live their lives. And it comes from the Greek word ethos, which can mean a custom, character, or a habit. In a way, ethics could be thought of a philosophy of how a person thinks and acts in relation to the well-being of the other people in their community. Actions and decisions that follow the concept of ethics are said to be ethical. The Ethics Center, an Australian consultancy dedicated to the promotion of ethics, considers three things to be at the center of a person's ethical system. So, what are these three things that we need to consider to be at the centers of a person's ethical system? First, the values, the beliefs and things which are important to us and guides our decisions. The values guide our decisions and beliefs that we make. Second, the principle help us identify what is right and wrong. And lastly, purpose connects our values with our principle. Example student like you might consider getting a high marks on your exams to be the most important. Is it right? You don't want to cheat, so you study hard before the exams. The high marks are part of your values, and honesty is your principle, and the advanced reading is your purpose. Let's have the importance of ethics. So, why do people need ethics in their daily lives? As you grow older, you will get to know more about the problems and issues that people face. So, in this regard, ethics can work like a map, guiding your thoughts and actions as you face the challenges of growing up. This is why someone with a strong sense of right and wrong is said to have a strong moral compass. Just as a compass always points north and lets you figure out the other directions easily. Ethics can do the same thing for your decisions. And ethics are important to us people because we live alongside others in communities. People living in communities have different opinions and ways of thinking and looking at situation because of their different backgrounds, beliefs, and experiences. So this diversity can be the source of disagreements and sometimes fights. Also, ethics can help us understand other people's points of view and not be offended if they are different from ours. By extension, it makes us do things without offending or hurting others. So some jobs, especially those that deal the welfare of other people, considered ethics are very important. So much that they have adopted a code of ethics and a professional conduct that all practitioners are required to follow. So example, these are the ethics of the doctors, the teachers, and journalists' codes of conduct. Now that you are a little older, you have probably accessed the internet to do a lot of things, right? For researching in school, watching videos, or playing games. However, did you know that aside from your needing an adult to supervise you when accessing the internet, these are also the rules that you need to follow by yourself. And that is the internet ethics. So these are the rules are known as netiquette, a shortened combination of the words internet and etiquette, which means polite social behavior. So these are the similar to the rules that your parents tell you to follow when talking to other people. In other words, netiquette is a polite behavior online. You may ask, why do you need to be polite and respectful to other people, even if you are behind your computer or device? Some people are terrible to others when they are online. Why you should be any different? So the answer is ethics. So as the writer C.S. Lewis once said, integrity is doing the right thing even there is no one watching. So we have the tech terms, a website defining technology. Related words cite some examples of netiquette that the internet users must observe. First, avoid posting inflammatory or offensive comments online, aka flaming, avoiding negative and offensive comments to other people. So you should avoid that. So, second, respect others' privacy by not sharing personal information, photos, or videos that another person may not want published online. So, we should respect others' privacy. Or don't share their personal information, their photos or videos, and don't involve ourselves with them. Third, never spam others by sending large amounts of unsolicited email. Fourth, show good sportsmanship when playing online games, whether you win or lose. Next, don't troll people in web forums or websites comments by repeatedly nagging or annoying them. So don't disturb them. Next, stick to the topic when posting in online forums or when commenting on photos or videos such as a YouTube or a Facebook. Next, don't swear or use offensive language and avoid replying to negative comments with more negative comments. So instead, break the cycle with a positive post. It's only positive post. And if someone asks a questions and you know the answer, offer to help. And lastly, thank others who help you online. So you should be grateful and thankful to them. Is consider that internet users come from every part of the world and have different cultures. And it is to see how the rules of etiquette help build and keep good relations with other internet users. So, however, netiquette is this part of philosophy of ethical behavior done in an electronic or online setting called internet ethics or simple cyber ethics. Cyber ethics came about because of the increase in the number of internet users worldwide as it grew out of its beginning from simple web pages. So once people became aware that they could use the internet as a tool to communicate quickly and privately with other people, some tried to apply it to malicious and illegal means. So in 1992, a Washington, D.C. based research organization called the Computer Ethics Institute published the Ten Commandments of Computer Ethics, patterned after the original Ten Commandments in the Bible. First, thou shalt not use a computer to harm other people. Second, thou shalt not interfere with other people's computers' work. Third, thou shalt not use a computer to bear false witness. Fourth, thou shalt not copy or use proprietary software for which you have not paid. Fifth, thou shalt not use other people's computer sources without authorization or proper compensation. Sixth, thou shalt not appropriate other people's intellectual output. Seventh, thou shalt think about social consequences of the program you are writing or the systems you are designing. 8. Thou shalt always use a computer in ways that ensure consideration and respect for your fellow humans. 9. Thou shalt always use a computer in a ways that ensure consideration and respect for your fellow humans. Okay, compared to the simple rules of netiquette, the Ten Commandments of computer ethics put more focus on crimes and illegal acts than using computers and internet ethics. And hacking the authorized access of computer system and networks. Phishing or the illegal and unauthorized collection of sensitive or private information online, scams and extortions. It threats cyberbullying, misfortune, false news, and creating malicious software like computer viruses that could interfere with work as well as destroy that data and hardware components. So furthermore, the commandments forbid users about the software privacy or using illegally acquired copies of computer programs that you haven't paid a developer for and claiming other people's work as your own. And also tells developers to think about the potential after ethics that the software they are making will have on their own users on society. And ethics deals with how people make decisions. So we need to remember that. Decide what is good for them, what is right and wrong, and how to live their lives. So the practice of the ethical behavior online can be called netiquette or the cyber ethics. And that is for today. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for listening, kids. Have a great day, everyone. God bless.